There you go, a little special touch here in our birthday edition, 1 year birthday edition. That's Danny Abella there playing the guitar, our own Bakersfield guy from Hawaii. Really glad to have him leading a great movement. We're going to hear from him a bit later in the show. Danny, thanks for those little riffs. He's our Doc Severinsen, he's going to be playing. So, go ahead.
Wow. Well, welcome back. I've been enjoying this delicious fruit from Nature's Fruit Market and Juice Bar. Billboards. When do you want to do the billboards?
Right now. We want to just pay honor to businesses that are standing with us, and here are some of them. These are our
Legal
sponsors in part by this Legal Shield. We're talking about Daniel Webb. I mean, this is, you really need to pay attention to this. These folks, you've got car insurance, you've got health insurance. This is a whole new way to insure yourself legally for just minimal costs that you can pick up a phone, whether it's a trivial matter or a traumatic matter. They stand ready to help you. If you could have a lawyer and you didn't have to worry about the $200 an hour, would you use it? Well, this is where you can find that help. I'm going to give you Daniel Webb's cell phone. It's right there, 707-537-5881.
Thank you. And in part by Kern Construction and Electric Incorporated. Robert Miller is a longtime resident of Bakersfield, and he does everything from remodeling homes to businesses. He's a licensed contractor, general construction contractor, and electrician.
Yeah, he can
His
do it
telephone number is 661-322-5554.
All right, some very special guests. Go
Woo,
ahead.
really special guest, Don. We are going to be talking with Isaiah Crompton, and he is one of the founders of Stop the Violence Movement Incorporated, and Anthony Davis, also a founder of Stop the Violence Movement Incorporated, and they also have a game that they'll be talking about, and it's called Caught Up, the Game. Yes. Welcome, Isaiah Crompton and Anthony Davis.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Welcome to Open Up.
And congratulations.
Get right up on the mics.
Congratulations on your 1 year anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're glad to have you as guests on this.
Very glad.
Because you men are dealing with such an urgent crisis. It's our young people. We're losing so many of our young people in so many of our neighborhoods. Tell us just about the problem here in Bakersfield and how you're addressing it.
Well, me and Minister Davis has been working in intervention with adults in recovery for a long time, and we decided that we wanted to work more with prevention and in the schools, so we created a game that's fun and that will help our kids think before they move and be conscious of, help them hopefully be conscious of their surroundings and learn a game of strategy, chess. So we put it together and we put a curriculum with it, and we're now implementing it into the schools. But Stop the Violence has been around for 10 years or so. Started off as a grassroots effort, and we have a wonderful board, and we've been helping victims of violence and doing rallies and going and helping with vigils, and we've been in the schools also. And we just want to be a blessing to the community. We also do cleanups and food distributions, and we just want to be available.
If I recall correctly, the thing that kind of launched Stop the Violence was violence itself. We had killing after killing going on in Bakersfield. As I recall, a number of mothers just said, this is enough, and just said, stop the violence.
Well, actually, that's how Stop the Violence got started, was a conversation between me and Minister Davis here. He said, Isaiah, what are you going to do about this? What are we going to do about this violence? And I said, I don't know. We got to do something. And then we met up later on that day and began to talk, and that's how Stop the Violence got started. We called people, Pastor Jordan and different people, and we went to the PALS program, and Mike Dallas let us use that building, and we began to meet, and things just began to grow from there.
And what year was that?
That was 10 years ago.
10 years ago,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Isaiah, Anthony, what I just heard from you is, I think, the most important thing that any citizen can say. You didn't say, what are they going to do to stop the violence? You said, what are we going to do to stop the violence? What are we going to do? And just as ordinary citizens, pastors, teachers, you stepped forward. You decided you were going to do something.
Yes, yes.
Now, were you two chess players? Did you know how to play chess when you started this game? Or
Well, I played chess a little bit, and I thought to myself, why do you play chess? And I have a kind of a problem with being patient. And playing chess, you have to be patient, or you're going to lose a lot of games. And we partner up with Eugene Brown of the Big Chair Chess Club, and he tells us that by making these moves on the chessboard, you take your time, you think before you move, and that's one of the movements that we're going to be working with him is think before you move, because that's one of the things we want to tell the young people before they make a bad decision. Think about the decision you're going to make and how it's going to impact your life,
Yes.
and how it's going to impact your family's life, how it's going to impact the community, the move that you make.
Yes,
So
yes. Wow.
that's one of the reasons why I got involved with chess. 'Cause I need to slow down sometime
Yes.
to think before I move.
And,
That's-
and it's working, huh?
Yeah, it's
yes.
working.
Now, please tell us, when you mentioned that you're in the schools, is that Kern County schools, or are you all over the nation, or
It's Kern County.
Kern County?
We just began
Oh, okay.
the movement. We're at Emerson. We're looking at going into Blanton and different other schools. We're looking at going into Kern, but we're just getting started.
Okay.
And we're training facilitators. Every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, we're training
Oh.
a group of facilitators that will be able to facilitate the game. And this is going to be our third training, so we'll have enough people to address the need of getting this game into the schools. We feel strongly that it will be a tool that could be used across the nation in helping our kids stay away from violent street gangs and learn more about how to stay away from bullying and just different honor, respect. Our session will have different sessions in the beginning. Before they start playing the game, we're going to talk about one of those bullet points and get our children's feedback on respect, on bullying, on just different areas, substance abuse, anger, and then after that they'll be treated with a game.
You don't think about kids out there in the streets wearing their hoodies and their pants down around their hips and as being interested at all in chess, that they just kind of not even think about it, dismiss it. And it sounds like that's wrong, that kids, once they get into this, are finding a real challenge to us. Tell us about that.
Well, that's what's interesting about Caught Up. When we first started, we were invited to an event, and we didn't bring any kids to play the game. But we had set it up, the board, and some kids happened to walk into the event, and they looked at the board, and they go, "What is that?"
Huh.
And so we start conversating about what the game is about, and then we asked them, did they know how to play chess? And one little kid said, "Yeah, I know how to play a little bit." And they stayed there with us for about 3 or 4 hours, learning how to play Caught Up, where actually they were learning how to play chess. And also in Caught Up, it has flip cards, and it has positive affirmations and true life stories. And so while we were playing Caught Up and showing them the moves like chess, we were able to talk with these young kids about life situations. And you'd be surprised some of the things that young people either overhear from adults about other family members that got involved with addiction and stuff like that. That kids are aware of a lot of things that's going on in our community that we don't think they're aware of because they're kids.
Wow.
And so we want to reach them at an early age and let them know that, they have respect for themselves, respect for their parents, respect for their authorities at an
Yes.
early age, instead of trying to wait till they get caught up as an adult in jail or prison or, and that type of thing. So we don't want to wait till after it happens. We want to try to reach them before it happens.
Prevention, yeah.
Yes.
And you guys really see this as a template for the rest of the nation, that if it works here in Bakersfield, it'll work anywhere.
Yes, we do. Yes,
Yes,
we do.
because also seeing some of the things that's happening around our nation, of young people going into their schools and shooting other students. A lot of times, from my experience dealing with the children in school, some kids think that they have no hope, nobody cares. And when we go into the schools with this game, and as adults, and in the after-school program, they look and they say, you know what? There are people in our community that care. I should start caring about myself. I should start caring about my family and my community, and think about what I can do to make not only my family better, my community better, and my school better. So
You guys sit right there because we've got a lot more to
Yes.
ask you, and I think there's a lot of interest out there of people listening.
Yes,
And
Don.
I'm going to ask Danny Abella, stroke up that
Yes, Dan.
that guitar and take us out, our Doc Severinsen, for our birthday show here, anniversary show.